Well, for you, how'd you feel getting into the game here? And obviously, your team holding the lead and playing pretty well.
Yeah, I felt good. I thought we played well as a team, had our details down pretty well, and um, just all 60 minutes, just tried to stick to the structure that we talked about, and thought it went pretty well.
Before you scored, team came off a power play chance there. You guys had a couple looks, but what did you see to kind of find that space there?
Dumo made a great play, um, just kind of off a broken play, and um, he just made a great pass and was able to get it on net, and luckily it went in. So just kind of on the back end of a couple good plays from the other guys out there.
A couple of us were joking. You scored in your NHL game last year, and then this is your first one back in the NHL since then, obviously preseason. But do you feel a little more confidence stepping into the lineup here?
Yeah, for sure. I think that game last year gave me a lot of confidence and just kind of proved to myself that I think I can play at this level. So just came into camp with a lot of confidence and was feeling good. So just trying to keep that rolling.
Overall in camp, how have you felt? What's it been like kind of as an experienced guy now, knowing this team, knowing the group around here?
It's been great. A lot of the same guys and a lot of new faces in this room. So it's been great getting to know the new guys, and obviously I've been here for a few years, so I know some of these guys in here pretty well, and it's always fun coming back to camp and seeing them and catching up, and it's been great so far. It's been a great week.
What about the guys that you're familiar with from the AHL in Ontario, just having been around those guys here during the NHL camp and just familiar with those guys?
Yeah, it's great. Obviously tonight I've played with Andre and Sammy for a couple years, so to get out there with them, a bit more familiar, which was nice and made me more comfortable. So it's been great. They've all been doing great, so I think it's been going well.
What would you like to see from yourself this season as you go into the season at the AHL and the NHL level?
That's a great question. I mean, I got some goals for myself, but we're not there yet. I'm still trying to make this team, and that's my main focus right now.
A couple of years ago, you guys were here. You guys won here in the preseason, and probably not a lot of people remember that. But for you guys, it was probably a pretty momentous thing. Did you feel a little more comfortable having played on this ice, and kind of probably remembered that when you walk back in?
Yeah, I mean, this is a crazy place to play. It's so much fun. But I do remember that game a couple years ago. I remember I was a bit nervous back then, and I did feel a bit more comfortable tonight, just kind of knowing the surroundings and knowing the building. And but it's so much fun playing here, even in the preseason. It's awesome.
First start in a Kings uniform.
I had fun out there. It was super fun. Great game. I fought hard. Guys were battling. It was fun to get to know the system a little bit. It's a little different from what I played before. So, but I had super fun out there, and it was a great feeling.
Seemed like the chances were coming in waves. You'd see maybe 4 or 5 really quickly, and then maybe go a couple minutes without one. Obviously, that's kind of how it goes sometimes. But how did you feel, kind of trying to get in the game?
I mean, I got a couple of shots in the first couple of minutes there. Obviously, it's nice for being the first game of the year. After that, kind of rolled on. As I said, I thought a lot of shots were coming from the outside, made me feel the puck, and that helps the goal a lot.
Is it any different this year working with Bucks, trying to fit in with the goaltending department here and starting to learn the way that they do things versus what you've had in the past?
Yeah, there's a few things that are a little different. I'm trying to get used to it. This is one step in the right direction. I'm going to keep working on the stuff that we talked about, and hopefully get better.
In the preseason, different guys try to have different routines. How many games do you usually like to play to try to get yourself ready to go for regular season?
As many as I get. I don't have a number. I want to play games so I feel confident when the season starts. So I'd say as many as I get.
And then other teams sometimes will split guys, but you got the whole game here. Was that a little bit give you a little more confidence that you kind of know you're going to get this whole game and you get a little more time?
I am a true believer in the full games. We talked about it before camp, and I know Darce felt the same way. Just that sometimes you play a period or two, you might be standing there not getting a lot of shots, not of actions, and then, or say you one first period and let in two, and then you got to get off the ice. You never get into time to like get into it. So I think it's a better way of giving everybody a fair amount and a chance to get through the game. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff too. The energy, like you got to get used to the pace, all that stuff. You play 30 minutes and not anything more, and then go into the regular season, you might not be used to it yet. So I think it's better for sure.
A lot of good goaltending within this organization right now, yourselves and just down the pipeline. I feel like that could be a strength that the Kings have right now. Is who's ever in net, whether it be you or anybody.
Yeah, I mean there is. I feel like the Kings always had strong goaltending, and there's a lot of talent in the pipe, and it's great. I mean, everybody's followed the league knows that you need depth on the goalie position. Sometimes you go through 5-6 goalies a year, so it's super important.
How you felt so far through camp? Getting through the first week and obviously getting a little game time here, but how's your body feeling? How's it been kind of understanding what the Kings do as a team here?
Well, there's been obviously some new stuff, a lot more thinking than normal, a lot hotter than normal. I feel like I've been sweating a lot more in practice than I'm used to. So that's been something that I'm getting used to, but so far it's been great. I've had a lot of fun.
What'd you make of Anton Forsberg's first game here in a Kings uniform?
Oh, really good, right? And I think, it's just preseason and all those kinds of things, but anytime you join a new team, you only get one chance to make that first impression. You want to make a good one, and I don't think he could have made it much better than he did tonight.
Chance to look at Dumoulin and Ceci together. They seemed like they had an impact on the game.
Well, they did, and that's, kind of the thought process, putting the lineup together, is put them together. We knew they would have a veteran team and lean on those guys for a lot of minutes. The penalty kill, which they haven't done yet, reps. But, yeah, they look pretty solid back there.
You see the more Foegele-Danault line intact from last season. What'd you make of their first couple opportunities tonight?
Oh, I thought they got better as the game went along. I didn't think they started great, but third period, when it got tight and it really mattered, I thought that's when they turned their game up. So veteran players, they play both ways. So a good first start, but I didn't think they started well. They got better as it went.
It seemed like as a team in that late in the third period is when you guys really were able to clamp down. There's a lot of shots earlier in the period, but not as many later.
No, I thought the third period was our best all game. And I really didn't think either team had that much 5-on-5. Their power play was really dangerous, as we know, and that's really when Forsey had to make all those saves. But I didn't think we gave them much 5-on-5, and then I thought our third period was our best, and I thought we pushed pretty good.
How do you prepare for those moments at the end of a game when the preseason you got a different lineup composition every night? Do you prepare differently based off of who's in the lineup when it comes to defending those moments?
No, I think, Dumoulin and Ceci, somebody straightened them out back there. We got Phil's line. They know what they're doing in those moments. Turk, Sammy Helenius. The only guy I did put right out there at the end who, had really no pro hockey experience. But the other guys kind of know how we're going to play those situations, so we're pretty comfortable. We had enough veterans in.
Yeah, Brustevich seemed like you played a lot of minutes out there. Yeah. It's the second game that you've seen him now in preseason. What did you like?
Well, I would say this. The level, I think they had more, obviously, regular NHLers, higher-end NHLers in tonight this game than the first game. And so I thought it took him a little bit of time to adjust. But what I really liked is, much like our team in the third period, was his best period. It was different, a higher level. And how are you going to make out? He had the hockey sense. We were just talking in the room. He pounded a couple into the pads on the offensive blue line. Then he went off the end wall. So you can see he's got a real keen offensive hockey sense.
And with sorry.
No, go ahead. No.
I was going to say, with a little bit more of a test tonight, Greentree, it seemed like his game was solid again, if not maybe even another level.
Yeah. Well, I think the big part of it for those guys is the level stepped up from the first game. And so you have to raise your level. That's how we all know. As preseason goes on, it typically gets higher than the regular season, and it doesn't slow down. So you have to be able to make those steps as it goes higher. And some guys just at some point start falling away. Other guys, can maintain it. So we'll see where it goes for him.
talk about the game that by Taylor Ward and what you like to see from him this camp as he tries to maybe get a spot with you.
Oh, great shot on the first one. We know Wardo shoots it really well. Had a couple chances late there and then around the net, banging some in, and then solid without the puck. So, we got a pretty good read on him. He had a great season in the American League. You guys saw that. We rewarded him with a call-up. We like him. He's a solid player, and I thought he showed pretty well tonight.
2 preseason games in a row where Turk's kind of in an elevated role, and his line's been going. How big is it for a guy like that to have a bigger opportunity in the preseason and take advantage of it how he has?
Yeah, well, and play center. I think that's really an important part of the equation for him. He didn't play center much last year, and so now we throw him in. We play him 16 minutes. You're on the penalty kill, you're on the power play. I left him out there against Hurdle for big face-offs. Those are tests. We never like to lose a preseason game. I know we all say after that, hey, it's just preseason, but when we play, we like to win. So you got to go out there and you got to rise to the occasion, Turk, in that moment. And I thought he did. So good for him.
Thanks, Chad.